Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, darn it. We haven't started heating our water here. So we're going to have all sorts of water noise as our kettle heats up. I apologize for that ahead of time. So welcome in, everyone. We're doing coffee tonight. Well, thank you, Huberman. You're not too shabby yourself. Gonna be doing coffee tonight, so obviously that means barbecue. So we got some pork up here that we'll season up and get some searing on. We'll simmer that for a while until it breaks apart. Hey, Bun Buns, welcome in. We're gonna do some bacon, chocolate, or bacon, not chocolate, chocolate on the mind, bacon, coffee, and baked bean side dish, and using pre-made baked beans. I'm not going to be cooking beans all day today. Going to be doing fresh bread tonight. Going to be making my own rolls for going with the barbecue, since I'm planning on hopefully shredding this. Let's see what else we got going. Oh, I'm gonna do a cheesecake tiramisu. So, like a no-bake style cheesecake. And I say tiramisu, but mixing it with cheesecake sort of ruins the definition of tiramisu. But I'm gonna make some ladyfingers tonight. Let's see what we come up with. So we're going to use coffee two ways tonight. I'm going to, well, besides the way that I'm using it right now, but I'm going to do a heavily infused version, same way that I'm doing this here with about 400 grams of water to whatever coffee I'm putting in there. And so we'll do 3 times as much coffee. We've got about 18 grams, so considerably more. And we'll use that for like with the baked beans and with the pork in the sauce. And then for the dessert, I'm going to be using instant coffee. I'm going to infuse that into cream here. Actually, one of the first things I'm going to do here is mix those together and get that so that the cream that's in that dessert is coffee all the way through it. It's almost like they were hiding this cream when I was in the store. I mean, I'm a big guy. I got a long arm reach. It was at the back of that rack, and I barely caught the front corner. I'm not short. There's that. Somewhere over 6 foot. I don't know, it seems to change wherever you check it. And actually, I think it's a proven fact that you shrink over the day. Or am I Because I know that you're longer when you lay down than when you're standing tall because of gravity. And I want to say for the same reason you compress over the day, is your body compresses in areas that it just doesn't feel like it's worth. That one I hear too, Hud. Turned off on me. Been meaning to play around with this instant coffee for a while. So this is a whole thing of heavy cream. We'll do 2 spoonfuls. Oh, I do. This is ground here. I need to get a better grinder though for at home. I've been using propeller grinder. I need to get myself a conical. If you're unfamiliar with the differences, a propeller grinder is essentially just like essentially the same as like a blender. It just uses centrifugal blunt force. And a conical one actually grinds in a cone. If you've seen that action going on, that way you get all of your grinds the same size essentially, whereas this is a combination of powder and still beans. But no, this is instant coffee that I was using here. This Sprouts is a supermarket chain that I don't go to very often because it isn't very convenient to me. But we're going to allow that to sit with that cream and hopefully that'll infuse. But I am going to put this back in the fridge at the same time so that we keep that cream cold. How does instant coffee work? It's essentially coffee already that's been pre-made and then dehydrated. The idea is it's a lot cheaper to ship that final product than it is the beans. And so you see that as a cheaper product in many places, and it was why it was sort of like so prevalent here in the United States in like the 80s and 90s as far as I think of coffee. 70s, 60s, earlier. Just because it was that much cheaper to import versus beans, which is now what we have a lot more of. Welcome in, return tickets. And HUD. I don't know that I said hello to you, HUD. We've been chatting a little bit, but welcome in. Yeah, I gotta revise my Amazon lists, both recommendations and desires. It's getting that time of year. You're having ribs, nice. I'm having ribs tonight, sort of. I'm just taking advantage of the fact that they're cut into ribs for just a different type of rib. I've also got the oven warming up to 400 degrees. And that's because we're going to cook some bacon with our beans. A lot of it was an easy call with coffee and barbecue for me, to be honest. You get a lot of those same flavors out of coffee that you're looking for in your non-spicy parts to your barbecue sauces. You see it in a lot of stuff like that. You see coffee in a lot of savory things like that, like, or if you've heard of red-eye gravy, where it's done with coffee for your gravy base instead of, like, say, if you instead of having stock around the house like I do. You take your drippings and you add coffee to that, thicken that, strain it, you got your good juice. But I believe you were telling me your buddy gave you a bunch of meat because they were wanting to get it out of their freezer. It's a little bit over. I think you were saying you got mostly, like, main cuts, it sounds like. Like, it sounded like you got sirloin, backstrap, saddle. Yeah, you... Hey, Clipper. Welcome back in. Is there such a thing as... Yeah, there is such a thing as hunting too much. Yeah, there is definitely a thing as hunting too much. Then again, when it comes to things like bunnies and rabbits and stuff like that, they just take over. They need to be weaned. Sorry, Von Buns. It's the cold hard truth. Sort of funny in New World, they typically the bunnies are there for your meat and skins, but there is one bunny in the game that you can pet. It's also the same bunny that in the main quest line of the game that everyone is gonna follow at some point, you have to kill. Cheers, folks. Happy Wednesday. So let's get some bacon cooking. Bottle. And toss this out. I'll be right back, and then we'll do our battle. Wash the bacon off my hand before touching the mouse. I'm sure they do. I don't think they grow enough of them around here to really have it be for sale. Like, I'm sure there's people that grow it around here and grow them around here, or raise them around here and eat them, as far as, if only for cost effectiveness. Okay, we got a battle up. What are we gonna go with for this battle? Sort of tempted by this. Yeah. A little too far away. And now I die quickly. Okay. Well, that's me throwing as big and heavy of a tank that you can have in the game at this. Let's try that once more, see if we can't get any little more assistance this time. I'm gonna go to the same place again. See how we do in 30 minutes. Some thinner cut bacon tonight. I normally go for the thicker stuff. Will slightly overlap because they're all going to shrink and constrict. Yeah, we got some extra leftover. Let's not call that leftover. Bacon is never leftover. We have some unused bacon. Maybe even roll that into tomorrow's dinner. Okay, 400 degree oven, bacon going in. Nice, Hud. So we'll start by tossing this in some oil and salt and pepper. The garlic powder with our salt and pepper there, and oil. Gonna toss these until they all look somewhat evenly coated. Oh, I know that one. Someone should get that one, because I can get that one. Because I'm horrible at that game. Dope. That one's a pretty tasty dish. Not giving it away. Okay, now I'll give it away. Stroganoff. R before O. We're starting by searing this off. We're gonna add some white wine, then we're gonna add some coffee. So let's do up some more coffee here. Let's do up our heavy duty batch. Leave my coffee up front for some reason. Oh yeah, because I'm doing a coffee more. I'm doing some more coffee. There you go. Yeah, I might add a bit more water into this. Pan is now starting to smoke here, so we'll start adding our pork in there. It's a bit much for that pan, but they'll constrict and hopefully we'll be okay. Every time I look at the captions, I just get aggravated at how far off they are from... Yeah. Yay, HUD! Hopefully you can cut meat a little better than that. Oh, there's Hoover. What you up to? Share with class. Nice. Darn it. Nice, Huber. Just understand, in the world of hot sauce competitions, there really is no winner. Just we'll call it there. We'll call that 400 grams of coffee. Might have done a bit more than that in my initial pour before I turned on the scale, but best time I've found to actually eat hot food is when you've been out for a hot day. It really seems counterintuitive, but it works. You know, hot coffee on a hot day, hot food, hot spicy food on a hot day. I think it's sort of a, you're already sitting down and resting when you're eating or drinking these things, and it's keeping that sweat going, it's keeping that cooling system of your body going, and so it's cooling you down even more when you're resting. I'm sure some scientists would throw that all in the trash and say I'm completely wrong. It's probably true, but Not normally a big fan of doing that, but with that much of grind in there, I wanted to do something other than shaking it to help break it a little bit. Because with coffee, you get it goes down, it seeps down, and some of it is sort of stuck as far as the water. The rest of it forms channels that go all the way through. And so it's best to disturb it a little bit, shake it a little bit, something along that line to either break up those channels or allow extra stuff to go down those channels. So this is our concentrated coffee that we're going to use for both our beans and our pork. Less calories, because carbs are just calories. Less calories or more activity. That's the real answer to it. I don't get the activity, and I eat too much. I do both. These are all going to cook long enough that I'm not worried about contaminating them here with the raw juices from them originally. Those two smaller ones are done without question, but we can probably do a little longer on some of these bigger pieces, especially to get all that fat nice and happy. That's actually feeling pretty good right there. Trying to hear if the sound filter's messing with the sizzling on the pan or not. Does that sizzling on the pan sound natural to you folks? Is that sounding the way it should to you? Yeah. Turn the heat way down here now. Now we just got two pieces in there. Hoover. Turn the heat off on that pan just for a moment because I don't need it that rocking hot for the deglazing. Using old wine that I've got chilling in the fridge. Well, we're deglazing and we're creating our braising liquid. So I'm using white wine and coffee. Maybe we'll add some water to that as well. We'll see. See what we get. Now we'll turn the heat back on. And pour about half of our coffee in there. Little mustard. We are doing barbecue here. Ketchup. And the rest is going to be seasonings. We're going to be adding our 2 chili powders and a little bit of cayenne along with that. So, a little cayenne. I guess we can add a little oregano in there too. And then I am just finishing these 2 things of chili powder off. So we got ancho, and New Mexico. Good thing I have a fan on right now because this is something that will assault the senses. All the acidity in the wine with all that heat. It's all like boiling, pickling juice. It's quite refreshing. It's sizzling almost like it's bubbling almost like it's carbonated. Alright, we'll add our pork back into this loveliness. And yeah, I'm going to add a bit of water. I'm going to add about 2 cups of water here because I want this to simmer and cook for a while. So this is going to, this juice here is going to reduce down quite a bit. think we're done with the tongs for the pork. Because now that's just got to simmer. And we need a bowl to mix our dough. This looks like a good candidate, so might as well clean it. There you go, Hud. Cheers. Back to the board here where we're going to do some dough work. Yeah, that's all about. Let's get a dry bowl. We actually need two of them. Battle to battle. Let's see if we can get the boss this time. And try the damage game again. Yeah, it's not working how it should. Give me a moment here, folks. I'm wondering what I can do to change this. Attack is... We got a long release. It's just not even... It's just not doing anything. Okay. We'll give up on it for now. Victory! Victory. Entropy getting those kills. Vogelflight helping out with the assists. Finally got through that map. Thank you for your help. HUD getting the scroll there. And myself too, getting some Orc Slayer scrolls and... What is this? Gold. Ooh, top or bottom? There's no real way to do that. I am sort of thinking top route here and then down here. Oh, we need to go down here, even better, another chest. So we'll do 4 chests on the way down over here. We'll take the top route here to skip a route up there. back to put my warrior out there all the time now that we're back to not trying to get so many characters leveled up, or not caring about leveling all the characters up. What temperature are we at here with our water now? Okay, we're beautiful there. We're gonna add some half and half to that hot water. And some yeast. Let's make it a party. Let's get them happy. That'll work for this. It's nice to know that I have an evening tonight where I don't have to sit there and cut and edit photos. And if you've been following, I've been posting photos of the New World foods all over the place the last couple of days. And yeah, I've spent probably 2 or 3 hours of time just cutting, editing, stitching photos. I don't even do, like, there's people, I don't know how people have time to do all of that. Like, there are people that put photos all over the place, like, all the time. Well, actually, I do know how that happens. A lot of people have help, but I have help too, but different ways. Flour. We've done our wet ingredients there. Now we're working on our dry ingredients. That dad joke. Yeah, that's a bad one. Also for this bread, we're going to add a little. I'm basically replicating the same bread recipe that I've done the last couple of times for the little mini rolls, but this time I'm going to try and turn it into 2 buns. Salt. think I was gonna honey. Honey. We're gonna do a little honey in here with our yeast. That should make them happy. If I can open the honey bottle. And why not? It's coffee night. Just a little hint of coffee in there. Oh, I'm forgetting my bacon. That's why I'm smelling that. Darn it. Forgot to set a timer. So we've got very crispy bacon. It's not black, but it's crispy. I have a feeling the other side may not be as nice looking. Let's see if we can save some of that. I was like, this isn't burning, it's full of liquid. Why am I smelling pork that's too hot? So we'll pull that off and see what we got here on the other side. Oh, we're not doing too bad. But the oil is definitely done on this pan. I think we're okay. I think my nose saved us. Saved me. I mean, that is definitely some roasted, toasty bacon. And the oil isn't smelling that great. I'm gonna give that a moment, but I'm gonna give that a try. And I think we might have been okay there. Just barely. So I'm still waiting for our yeast to wake up here. It is sort of looking like it is awake because we're getting a lot of fizzy bubble action going on here, continuing after I haven't stirred it in a little while. The bubbles are probably too small for the camera to get there. Am I done with my coffee yet? Nope. So how is everyone this lovely evening? Let's try our burnt bacon. I think we're okay there. I don't think that... I mean, it's definitely heavily cooked. It's definitely crispy. I've definitely tasted worse when it comes to bacon. Worse. I'm gonna live with that. Oh, yep, our yeast is definitely live now. See how foamy looking that is? All the CO2 they're producing right away. Now let's get that in here. Just trying to make sure we get everything incorporated. I am doing my best to do a little folding like action with this as I try to incorporate everything. But otherwise, this is now going to sit here for, till I come back to it. But we're hoping it continues to proof, develops a bit more flavor. It's not going to do much in the short proof time that we're doing. It does much more if you're doing planned ahead and let it sit and let it rest in the refrigerator and all that jazz. But we're going to let this maybe double, somewhere in that ballpark. I've got cutesy little lids for these that fit these perfectly. If I can find it. So we'll set that up there. Forget about it for a little bit. I'm good at forgetting things. I can do that. You know, like bacon. Turning that down a bit. I was okay with it boiling for a little bit, but we don't want it to be boiling forever. What are we going to work on here next? I think I'm going to try and get some lady fingers made. Which we're going to start with some eggs. In a bowl that'll be good for whipping. Actually, we need them in this one. Still cooking too fast. I'm gonna put this on the back burner here. Since it's a smaller burner, it'll give me a little bit more control in how fast it's boiling. This one's a little bit more off or boiling. Have a good night, Hud. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. We're also going to get a pastry bag ready. And a pan ready. Before I get into whipping over here. Because once I start whipping these whites, I just want to continue through and finish the project. A little cream of tartar. Ooh. Do I have an opening? Don't ask me why I have 2 things of cream of tartar. And over here we're going to add a bit of sugar. Eyeballing 2/3 cup there. Yeah, baking powder in here too. Huh? Just go everywhere. That's exactly what I wanted. Steal our whisk over here from our pork action, which is now slowed down too much. Turn that up a bit. Get out of there, yolk. We'll leave that there for later. Over here, we'll switch to a clean whisk. And a bit bigger one that'll hopefully give us some air a bit quicker. Now for our last ingredient to mix in over here. We're going to add in about a cup of flour, a little bit less than a cup. And I'm actually going to switch from this whisk to a spat. Spat. What did I do with my flour? There we go. A little less than a cup. Parchment. Pan for our lady fingers. Make sure our oven is on here. Temp we need for these probably 350. 400. Wow. Once you reduce it down to things, it's sort of amazing how many recipes are so essentially the same thing. Like this is nothing but angel food cake that's piped out into little sticks. Still don't have stiff peaks. Still not there. Getting closer now. I can tell because my back's bothering me. It's a very solid soft peak. I think that's good enough for me to start here. Battle. Battle. Oh wow, this could be rough. We're in the thick of it now. Oh. Boo. Let's try a bit more damage this time. Alright, back to ladyfingers. We've got our now somewhat more loosened up dough here. Hopefully the rest of these whipped egg whites are going to fold into this and create ourselves a somewhat light, airy dough that we can then bake up. If you want to make these chocolate ladyfingers, you just add a little cocoa in there instead of the flour. But I am going to leave these plain Jane because I'm going to go coffee cocoa for our filling, our cheese filling. It's going to be coffee cocoa. And we'll dust it with powdered sugar instead of the traditional cocoa. We'll reverse the dark and the light for mine. That was supposed to go in the cup there. More spillage. It's alright, I think we're gonna have more than enough ladyfingers here for this project. I would have sized down this recipe, but when you get recipes that are like this with eggs and whipping it, you can't cut it down too much. Yeah, that was a good plan there, Jay. Cut the plastic into your final product there. Good plan. I've got a mess on the screen here, don't I? I think we should maybe switch to that view there while I pipe out another one or two of these. Get things under control so that I can do a little cleaning. Get the stuff off of my apron and all that too. I don't know how big these are going to swell up, so I'm not going to make them all the same size here. Do I like cheesecake? It's not bad. It's not really my favorite either. How about yourself, car guy? You a cheesecake fan? So my indications here are that these are a bit runnier than I remember them. And I'm worried that I lost too much air in making this dough. But we'll see what we get here. I mean, it pipes out pretty good, but it falls fat pretty quick. We do have a bunch of leaveners in here, so hopefully theirs will puff up. But my experience with this is they're probably more likely to spread than puff up. Yeah, that company's having a hard time lately, from what I hear. I got out of college, I was all gung-ho like I was going to join in with them, and now I look back at it and I'm so glad that I didn't. But we'll give these a shot in the oven. We got a 400-degree oven already waiting. And we'll hope those poof in a good way. Because now I realize how that business operates from when it was when I first got out of college, where, I mean, I just saw the figures and what they were doing and money, and I figured it would be a good stepping stone out of college, and but you look at what they're doing, and they're essentially being the modern diner with having a setup system where I worked in another restaurant later on that was very similar to that, where you have essentially a line crew of immigrants, like straight up immigrants. There isn't too much knowledge in that kitchen until you get to the person who's running the place. Like, the chef in that place, all he's doing is managing the people's time. It's not a... The business is handling all the normal heavy chef stuff, like making sure you're ordering the right stuff. It's all built into the corporate design of them. They're designed to be run by monkeys. And I'm sorry that made me sound like I was calling immigrants monkeys, but you get the idea. It's designed that they can use the lowest educated, cheapest workforce they can find, and there's very little benefit to operating with them. And I'm gonna shut up after I put my foot in my mouth. Hey, Bun Buns. We're continuing, or I am continuing work on making lady fingers here that hopefully will turn out okay. Thank you, Bun Buns. We'll see how they turn out. Like I said, I'm a little worried that these are going to spread instead of poof. Looking at this recipe and looking back at it, I'm sort of thinking that, yeah, we probably could have cut down on the flour and on the sugar in this recipe to get things a little bit more airy. Could also maybe substitute some butter for some of that yolk so that you get more moisture to evaporate. There we go. Decent yield out of that. Let's throw this in the oven as well. We might be okay. Let's see, how long are they supposed to cook? Bake 8 minutes. I think I'm giving them longer than 8 minutes here. I think it's probably been close to 8 minutes for that first batch, and I wanted a little bit more color on them. Just a hazy bit more color. Since we were working with a bunch of raw egg, make sure we're all sanitary here. I like doing this rather than scrubbing my board so often because it means our board's losing, or my board's losing, less oil. Because the alcohol is just loosening the oil, spreading it around and killing stuff that's in it, rather than the soap. Soap essentially does little more than break down emulsions. It breaks down that connection that oils and fats have to other things. And then maybe they're antiseptic, but primarily they just break down bonds. Nice, Bun Buns. I actually considered doing some... I'm going to switch to water now, because with the amount of caffeine and the rest of this here, I don't know how wired I'm going to be tonight. Sour cream's nice, gives you good tanginess, and allows you to add a bit more moisture to loosen up the cream cheese, which I'm going to be whipping up cream that I've infused with coffee and doing that same thing. So I'm going to be using whipped cream instead of sour cream. Where are we with things? What are my next steps here? We got our pork still happily going along here. Let's get our beans going too. Just using canned beans along with our bacon, which I think will be relatively easy to break up into there. And coffee. We'll add that all in there. Allow it to cook down a little bit more to pull that extra moisture that we added from the coffee into the out. I'm using a pre-made baked bean that is on the sweeter side. So the coffee and the bitterness from the coffee will hopefully play with the sweetness already here with our beans. That is versus, say, like, you know, they have smokehouse beans and all sorts of heavy duty ones. These ones are supposed to be a little bit lighter. Hopefully more brown sugar. Let's see what they're like. I try my best not to really advertise anything at all. I mean, there's some things that I just throw a blind eye to, but let's see how our bread's looking here. Oh wow, that is proofed up. That is happy. I mean, that's more than doubled there. So we'll have to return to our bread here soon. Okay, we got beans, we got coffee, our strong made coffee earlier. We'll add that in there. When I add coffee to things, I add coffee to things. Apparently these are considered having bacon in them. I don't really think of that as having bacon in them. Let's give that a try just with the coffee in there. See what that's like. You can definitely tell it's there. I think we're going to be okay with that. I think I'm going to be good with that. I'm gonna eat all the bacon before it even gets in the pan. How's your little one made you hate coffee? Because it makes you tired the next day? And you needed to keep going? There's some proper bacon in our beans. Then a low flame on that, just to bring that up to a boil. Oh, okay. Now it's time to punch some dough. Ah. I believe the trend in Japan is water, actually, for your wake up time. So we'll give this a little knead time, just a little bit. We'll cut our dough in half there. What are you saying? Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. Oh, shut up. Okay, so I totally forgot about the first batch. Those are a little bit on the dark side. These are a little on the light side, so I think I'm going to throw these in there. They're also not looking completely dry. I'm going to give these another 2 minutes or so. Oh, you're not seeing what I'm showing you. There we go. There's our first set of ladyfingers. They, yeah. They actually stayed about exactly the same as what I piped them out as. So we'll give this a little bit of a turn. We'll allow that to proof again. Same with this one. Same thing. Do it again. Actually, I'm okay with that just sitting flat like that. These are burger buns. Well, along the lines of burger buns. Now, if I remember, we want to get these off of this parchment, but only because they were constricting and the parchment sticking to them will pull them angled. Let's pull out our other pan while I'm thinking about it too. There we go. I mean, they're lady fingers, they're just thin lady fingers? I don't know. No burnt bottoms so far, so we're looking good on that front. These are just nice and golden brown. They all came off and released easily too. It's nice. Big boys even turned out all right. Let's give one of these a shot. See what we got here. I mean, they're not completely flat, but they're pretty flat. Yep. Sweet, foamy. A little sugar crispy. Second batch looking nice too. A little lighter in color. I didn't cook them as long, but I think they cooked quicker at the same time. In other words, they would have burned on bottom quicker than they colored like the first batch. The first batch, I think, was slower to cook through. You only had one of them or two of them fused together, so that's a good sign too. To battle. Evangeline, I'm sorry, let me check what Twitch is doing to you today. My Twitch chat is so small in this view, I can't see what happened. Let's add it back here. Victory. We got it. Oh, we actually won that one. I was surprised. I was worried about that one. Inchby getting the reward there. And we're keeping up top. Okay, let's see here. I'm not seeing it. Okay, beans are off the heat. I'm wiping sweat off my face because it's irritating my eyes. We got our next battle all set up, ready to do that. It didn't like it for, it was flagged under misogyny. So we'll let those hang out for a little bit longer before we throw those in the oven. Just let them proof a little bit more. I really should probably have this pinned normally. I never bother because I never use mod tools. I have to use them like maybe once a stream, and then it's usually okay. I can just go over to my bot and do it instead of... Why are you loading this? You're not supposed to be loading this, Twitch. This is the wrong page. This is your main page. Hopefully you're not hearing any other streams here at all. Oh, that's right. I think I'm getting the full monitor now, so I think I should be able to hear if I have any of that craziness happen now. That's one of the changes I made the other day when I was saying I was changing the sound stuff around in the background. I always have had a monitor going with my earbud, but I changed around how that monitor is working, and now I'm hearing, I think, everything from OBS. Before I had my microphone split so that I could hear a little bit more real time. Okay, you got our pork going. We got our pans here all set. I think we're ready to be making dessert and stuffs. I'm gonna throw these in the oven. These are big enough as they are. I don't need them to proof anymore. They were still nice and soft. I think there's gonna be plenty of air in them, and they're gonna generate more air in the oven too. Oh, oven's not up to temp. Let's make sure our oven's up to temp here first. It's still probably plenty warm from... Still probably plenty warm from doing our lady fingers, but just make sure it's up to temp before we throw it in there, because that first initial shock is so important when it comes to baking. You know, you're worried about getting things to set and start cooking, your bubbling to happen right away, which if you're raising the temperature, it's a little like putting things in a pan when the pan's too cold. You're not going to get that initial sizzle, which means you're not going to get as much moisture extraction, or in this case, evaporation. See what this is like after being cooked down a little bit. I am worried I might have overdone this one with coffee, but it's still going to be tasty. No, it blends in there pretty well. It actually matches in pretty well with the flavors there. You can tell it's there. But like the sweetness, it just sort of rounds out both ends of it. Sort of like the coffee is just part of it now. Oh, we're up to temp. So we'll throw our bread in. Absolutely. That sounds great, Evangeline. Were you the one saying you were going to be doing that early on this stream? Someone was saying they were going to be doing coffee and ribs. Bun Buns is bready. Does that mean the work day is over? Time to have some fun? Nice. Okay, we got that going. What else are we throwing in with this mixture here? A little sugar, a little honey. it's no bake, so it's not the end of the world. It's more for flavor than it is for anything else in the baking world. So I can be a little bit more free with what I'm throwing in this. A little cocoa, just to round out the coffee in this dish. And then I think I'm gonna throw a little instant coffee into this part of this too. I mean, we got the coffee in the cream already, but this will make sure we got it throughout our no-bake cheesecake part. So there's the start to our, and I'm thinking I might want to add a little bit more cocoa to that because it's not dark enough for me. I think I'm going to add a bit more cocoa in there. Not mixing any air into this at this point, so I'm spending the extra time making sure that there's no cocoa powder bubbles. That's a nice milk chocolatey color now. How's everything looking back here? How's our rolls looking back here? I forgot a step with my rolls. They've started to set as far as, oh yeah, they're nice and set now as far as their outsides. But we need some more deliciousness color. We need some more color. Let's take some half and half or some milk here. Brush that over the top here. Okay, back in the oven with the bread. Thanks, Bun Buns. Are you an expert on buns, too? I would imagine someone named Bun Buns would. Okay, what else are we doing here before we get into stacking? Let's pull apart the meat first. I need you for that. Evangeline. Still not enough color.
No, keep playing music. Wishing I had some gloves right now. Okay. Why do I need to get this dirty again? Let's put this all back in that pan. All that fat and seasoning and deliciousness from cooking this down initially. Allow that to keep simmering. Come back here to the board, we'll clean up a few things. Made quite the mess here tonight. Tomorrow morning me is not going to like tonight me that much. Buns. Can't forget the buns. I think they've seen enough time in there now. I'm wanting those to be a little bit more golden brown, but that is what we will have to survive with, I think. Those are looking good. That's looking good. That's looking good. And I need room over there still. Okay, let's make ourselves a little ladyfinger action. Here we have the cream that I infused with some instant coffee. Feeling like maybe I should have mixed that in a little bit better than I did. But I am certain that flavor is throughout because that is no longer cream looking like. That is very much almost like latte colored cream. Ooh, last chance to get you on the battlefield. 10 seconds. Okay, we're both gonna give my arm a break there. And do our battle. I'm thinking haste this time. Victory.
Toto and Bun Bun's walking away with those squirrel rewards. Pingrosaurus Rex helping us out with the assist. Let's do one more tonight. One more. Uno mas. Why am I looking down at that end? We're gonna use my tank, or my berserker isn't back up again, so I'm gonna use my tank. I'll put him right there. I don't know what's gonna pop up. There's gonna be more stuff that pops up over the 30 minutes. You folks will have to react. We'll see what we get. Debating what I want to actually put this in. I haven't really thought this dish through completely. I don't even know what I want to put this in. What do I want to build this into? I think I'm gonna go for this. Let's see, I don't know how long these lady fingers are, if they're... They are a little long. Yeah. We could go that way with it, but... No, I just don't like that. I guess we'll just go free form. We'll free form it. In one of this, in this. I'm gonna add a bit of powdered sugar here at this point. Sorry for that, Screech. I'm sorry for myself, too. Wow. Wow, talk about hurting the eardrum. I got to hear that twice, too. There we go. So we'll take our chocolate mixture here, and we're going to pour in some of our whipped cream there. And much like our lady fingers, we're going to mix that in, and hopefully it lightens up our... Ooh, that's chocolatey or sorry, that's coffee-y. But hopefully our coffee whipped cream, which is delicious, by the way. It's not full of coffee in a bad way. It's full of coffee in a great way. Give this a little bit of a whip up here. I think this is pretty light for a cheesecake. I don't know if cheesecake's the right term here. We're pretty light and fluffy there for a cheesecake. All sorts of yumminess there, though. Actually. So we are going freeform with this. So this is going to be freeform. Don't know how many layers I'm gonna risk doing here either. Heat off on our pork back here. It's sounding like it's starting to get on the drier edge of things. I'm happy the way that's looking and tasting. And then this one, we're gonna finish this one off. A little whipped cream deliciousness. And I already have that out.
The way this is traditionally plated, traditionally done, is it's normally done in like a 9x13 or a large casserole dish, and then broken down into portions. Didn't really have that option here tonight. So we'll finish it. A little powdered sugar. Where'd my knives go? I put them all away? I put most of them away. Who is light and fluffy? Most brownies that I've met have been light and fluffy. No, I don't want to ignore you. Let's give everyone a close-up on the main screen of this deliciousness. I didn't add any amaretto because I thought we were light and fluffy and creamy enough without adding the alcohol to our ladyfingers. But you also find a little amaretto in there often too. But I think that's looking yummy. Was it my face? Hey Sparkle, welcome in. Well, that doesn't want to fall apart easy. That is full of coffee. Wow. I'm down with that though. That's well, now it's a mess, but it's a delicious mess. It's time to break into one of our buns. Let's break into one of our rolls here. Nice and light. This is a bread roll like recipe, so it's not a bun so much in the same. It's got a different texture to it. Still nice, light, and fluffy though. Yep, I sliced it in half, buns. A little bit of spray oil on it. We'll give that a light toast up.
I'm liking this. I'm really happy with these. Like, this is a recipe that I did not expect to be this good as far as the buns. The buns are awesome. I love buns too, but the buns I love are probably not the same ones we're talking about. Before I was worried about DMCA and all that loveliness, I actually had that as my $1 tip reward. Complete with animated GIF. Giggity. Oh yeah. That's not like any cheesecake I've ever had. It's so light, so airy. I mean, you still get that cultured dairy flavor. I just remembered what GIF I had with it, too. That show is amazing. I say that show because that show, to me, died after, I think it was the third season. Like, it's died and come back, died and come back. The original Family Guy. Best Family Guy. Oh, hey. What's going on here, music? I'd run out of music tonight. I've been streaming too long. I ran out of music. It's been a while since I've killed the playlist. How long have we been streaming tonight? Okay. 3 hours streaming, more like 2 hours and 45 minutes of actual streaming. Not done searing either of these, but I'm going back and forth between them because that initial sear is what counts. Almost there, folks. Almost to our last plate up. Let's go for a big plate tonight. There we go.
Avert your eyes, Evangeline. Nice. Love the flavor of this pork. I think tonight's dinner is going to be pretty epic. What did I do with the spoon that I used to scoop this out? There it is. Hide back in there, cheese. Back under the meat. Who wants barbecue? Wish I had some good pickles to put on with that deliciousness, too. Mmm. Yeah, I can maybe put a piece of pickled jalapeno somewhere here, or the pickle, or... Yeah, general consensus, we probably prefer a couple pieces of pickled jalapeno on there. But I'm more of a pickle fan myself. I guess I could do some chives or some green onions, but that's just deliciousness. I'm just gonna enjoy this as is. Oh, Evangeline, there's recalls like every day. Once you start looking at them, you realize that, yeah, our food system isn't great about stopping people from sending stuff out. And what we tend to have a lot happen is businesses that are designed to run cleanly for a short period of time and then clean themselves up again, then send out bad product. It's already out and done before they even realize what's wrong. I want to thank everyone for joining in this evening. I think I'm going to break with trend here. And instead of doing a normal Food Raider raid, I think I'm going to raid some... Oh, we did do Ingredient Challenge night tonight. We're not doing New World tonight. Let's do a New World raid tomorrow. Oh, let's see here. That said, I think I'm gonna call it right here. I'm not seeing a whole lot interesting to throw to you guys too. I think most everyone's either wrapping up or doing other weird stuff tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. We're going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to be doing pork with spiced squash. I might do a pan sauce with the pork and maybe some mashed potatoes too. Though I have a feeling I have some food to finish up after tonight. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Hope you come back to join me again. And until then, good night.